Hey guys, so let's talk about our first group that I'm going to look at as far as individual instruction within our defense. I want to take a look at our defensive ends, our pistol, and our nose tackle. So if you landed in one of these areas for Saturday's practice, this video is specifically for you. I've still got our diagram of the overview up here. I'm going to erase a couple of things so this is going to be easier to see. But then I'm going to talk about each position and what we're going to ask you to do on Saturday. Okay, so first off, we talked about strength calls in the overview. Louis, 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 Roger, Roger, Roger. Defensive ends, that means nothing to you. You'll set up on whichever side that we've assigned you, and that's where you're going to stay, at least for the spring. However, if you're a nose guard or you're the pistol, and pistol, you really are just a defensive lineman who we're letting get a running start. We want pistol to go to strength, and we want the nose guard in the A gap away from strength. Now, that's not always going to hold true. There's going to be times Coach Marcel might give a weak call from the sideline, and we're going to want you to switch, where the pistol goes to the B gap away from strength, and the nose goes to the A gap towards strength. But we can say this: pistol, you've always got the B. Nose, you've always got the A. Let's talk about what we need you guys to do. Pistol, we'll begin with you. So pistol, we want you to start at linebacker depth. And you are going to be creeping up before the ball is snapped and attempting to blitz into this gap. Now, when this begins, in the beginning of the game, you're not going to get up there in time because you're going to be trying to listen to that offense's cadence and watching the ball. So if it was our cadence, it would be go, ready, hit, and you would start creeping at go, ready, hit. But at the same time, you can't guess. You can't assume they're going to snap it at a certain time. You need to be watching the ball. But pistol, we want you to jam up in this gap and reestablish the line of scrimmage right behind the offense. Don't over-penetrate. If you over-penetrate, you open up a lane for them to run through. Get here and sit. Once you sit, then look for business. That means look around, try to find the ball carrier, or if they're passing, try to get to the quarterback. Nose, you have the same job. You're just not getting a running start. You're in your three-point stance. You're watching the ball. On the snap of the ball, you jam through the A gap right to here. Reestablish that line of scrimmage, but do not over-penetrate. If you over-penetrate, you open up that lane for somebody to run through. So it's about 3 steps and you sit. Sit and look for business. Defensive ends. We line up on the outside shoulder of the tackle, and we are reestablishing the line of scrimmage again, a yard behind the offensive lineman. Once you get there, you then look for business, especially our defensive ends. And Tom, you did a good job with this last year. Do not just rush straight in and over-penetrate. If you do that, you open up a gap for the offense to run underneath. Now, we will talk in more detail later on about the other jobs that you have, how to recognize a pass rush, how to recognize when you're being trapped, how to recognize when you're being double-teamed. But what I want you to get from this introductory video is that for the 4 of you, your job is to reestablish the line of scrimmage. Don't over-penetrate. And then look for business. End, pistol, nose, end.